Welcome to part 3 of the New Year's Eve special. The day's date is now July 22nd, 2017. We are now in Connersville, Indiana on the Whitewater Valley Railway. We first see the railway's Valley Flyer passenger train as it pulls into the Connersville depot. Leading the Valley Flyer today is Chicago-Milwaukee St. Paul and Pacific 532. I never thought I'd get to say something like that before. After the train pulled into the depot, we then boarded the Valley Flyer bound for the small canal town of Metamora, Indiana. We soon arrived in the small canal town of Metamora, Indiana. While our train was getting turned around, my family and I was doing some exploring around the small canal town. We soon discovered that the Valley Flyer was not the only train running that day. Leading this other excursion train back to the Metamora depot was U.S. Navy No. 1. U.S. Navy No. 1 was pulling a small 30-minute excursion train south of the small Mariana Depot and along part of the old canal system. After our trip on the Whitewater Valley was over, we then visited the Bradhead Nature Preserve located just south of Obitz, Ohio. We are now on August 31st, 2017. If you take the trails that go to the north end of the park, you'll find Norfolk Southern's bridge crossing over Big Walnut Creek. On this day, I managed to catch Norfolk Southern 3541 crossing the bridge with a tank car in tow. After that, we then move to the Adams Road Railroad crossing just northeast of New California, Ohio. The date is now September 13th, 2017. At this crossing, we see CSX 7888 pulling a short freight train on the Scott Long Secondary. After that, we then visit the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad on September 23, 2017. As usual, we're here to see the Steam in the Valley trips. We first find ourselves at the Rockside Depot as we see Nickel Plate Road 765 pull into the station. After 765 pulled into the station, we then boarded the train bound for Boston Mills, Ohio. Ever since 2009, with the exception of 2 years, Nickel Plate Road 765 has been the main motive power for the Steam in the Valley trips. The only other time 765 was not able to pull the train was in 2008 and 2012, when Ohio Central 1293 got to pull the train. Sadly, on September 13, 2017, the man behind the restoration of 1293 and many other locomotives such as Grand Trunk Western 6325, Canadian National 1551, and Buffalo Creek and Gully No. 13, and many other locomotives, Jerry Joe Jacobson passed away. Not only was Jerry Joe Jacobson responsible for the preservation of steam locomotives, but he was also responsible for the creation of the wildly successful Ohio Central Railroad and then later the Age of Steam Roundhouse. When news of Jacobson's death got out, the Fort Wayne Railroad Historical Society decided to honor him by displaying his name on the cab sides of Nickel Plate Road 765. For the duration of the 2017 Steam in the Valley trips, 765 pulled all the excursion trains with Jacobson's name on the side of the cab. Long may we remember Jerry J. Jacobson for all his hard work not only in the rail industry, but also in the preservation of our rail history. We then arrived in Boston Mills, Ohio. We then proceeded off the train for the photo run-by. visit on the Cuyahoga Valley was over, we then went back to Columbus, Ohio on October 2nd, 2017. We are located at one of the most interesting spots in the city, the Arena Grand Park Sidewalk Railroad Crossing. This railroad crossing is located in between Marconi Boulevard and West Hickory Street. You could park at the meters located either on Marconi or Nationwide Boulevard, or park at the Marconi Cinema or Nationwide parking garages located next to the crossing. From what I have experienced here, it's best to park at the parking garages because the meters on Marconi and Nationwide Boulevards tend to fill up during the week. While we were here, we caught a northbound NS freight train led by BNSF 9212, 8959, and NS 1100. As usual with any freight train, they tend to have predecessor railroad cars on the consist, and this NS train is no different, featuring cars from the former Southern Railway, NNW, Conrail. Heck, there's even a Boston and Maine car on this train. After that, we then go to John's Train Adventures, Episode 16, Visit the World of Model Railroading. We are at the Central Ohio Model Railroad Club, in which me and my brother are now a part of. Now let us watch the trains run around the layout. After our visit to the layout was over, we then go to the 75th CSX Santa Train. For the 75th running of the Santa Train, CSX repainted C&O 8016 back into Clinchfield 800 that lead this year's Santa Train. They also got Seaboard Coastline 2024 dressed up as Clinchfield 3632 for the run as well. We first see the train at the Pool Point Bridge just southeast of Elkhorn City, Kentucky. After that, we then see the train again in Clinchco, Virginia. Here it comes. After our chase of the Santa Train was over, we then go to episode 18 of John's Train's Adventures for more model railroad shenanigans. Wait a minute, hold the phone. Some exciting news just came to light. Apparently, now I'm in Trains magazine. In the February 2018 issue of Trains magazines, which was just released recently, if you go to the page 45 of Our Love Affair with Timeless Cab Units, if you look closely at the photo of 800 crossing the McClure River, just to the right of the CSX locomotives, you can see two people besides the tracks. That's me and my dad there. I just got the magazine recently, and I thought that was really awesome. Now back to our program. First go to the layout on November 1st, 2017. And to finish the video off, we go and visit the Ohio Railway Museum at the end of the year. The Ohio Railway Museum is located up in Worthington, Ohio. While there, we see ORM 64 in service as it takes passengers down the museum right-of-way. The shots you see here were taken on December 3rd, 2017. The more snowy shots that you'll see in a minute were taken on December 10th, 2017. Not only to the end of the video, but also to the end of the year. Well, I have to say, a lot of exciting stuff happened in 2017, and with the new year, things are just looking better and better. Well, I hope you liked this video, guys. I hope you have a good day, and see you later in the new year.